The offseason is heating up for the Las Vegas Raiders, and all eyes are on one major question: who will be their next quarterback? Competing in the tough AFC West means they need a solid leader under center, and minority owner Tom Brady is expected to have a say in that decision. His vision? Bring in a veteran quarterback while also drafting a young talent they can develop over time, just like Brady himself was groomed in the NFL. So far, the Raiders have been linked to several experienced quarterbacks, including Matthew Stafford. In a major development, Stafford recently received permission from the Los Angeles Rams to explore trade opportunities. And then, an interesting twist. Reports surfaced today that Brady just so happened to run into Stafford in Montana, where Brady owns a home. Coincidence? Maybe. But it certainly fuels speculation about what the Raiders are planning. It's clear the team is making moves for both the present and the future. A key step in that plan unfolded yesterday, with the re-signing of Isaiah Pola-Mao. New head coach PeteCarroll has been vocal about his strategy: run the ball and play strong defense. Keeping Pola-Mao is a smart move in solidifying that defensive unit. Big things could be coming for the Raiders. With Brady's influence, a potential Stafford move, and a focus on rebuilding the defense, this offseason could set the stage for something special in Las Vegas. Stay tuned. Defensive coordinator Patrick Graham thrives on versatility, and keeping safety Isaiah Pola-Mao allows him to continue running a dynamic defense alongside Trayvon Merrick. With his ability to play deep, cover in man-to-man situations, and adapt to different schemes, Pola-Mao is a key piece of the puzzle. At the NFL Combine and in previous statements, the Raiders have made it clear they want to retain as many of their defensive free agents as possible. While it remains to be seen how that will play out, the intention is there. That means they're looking to bring back Moreg, along with Nate Hobbs, Divine Diablo, Robert Spillane, Adam Butler, and Malcolm Kunze. And let's not forget Maxx Crosby. He's in line for a well-earned new contract now that the guaranteed money from his current deal has run out. Patrick Graham recently re-signed with the Raiders, and the front office seems committed to giving him the tools he needs to build a top-tier defense. If they succeed in bringing everyone back, we could see them replicate their strong performance from the second half of the 2023 season. Now all eyes are on free agency. Will the Raiders lock in their defensive stars and land Matthew Stafford? If so, that would check two major boxes. Then, in the draft, they can focus on strengthening the run game. The pieces are coming together. Now it's just a matter of execution. If the Raiders are serious about their run the ball and play defense strategy, they have a golden opportunity in the draft. One name that stands out? Ashton Jeanty. In my opinion, he's the best player available this year. Some might argue for Abdul Carter, but he won't be around by the time the Raiders pick at number 6 overall. Jeanty is a rare talent. His vision and patience allow him to read defenses and find the perfect running lanes. He fits seamlessly into both power and zone blocking schemes, making him a perfect addition to the Raiders' offense. His strength and balance help him break tackles effortlessly, while his agility makes him elusive in the open field. And if defenders think they can chase him down, they'll be in for a surprise. His speed makes him a threat to score from anywhere on the field. On top of that, he's a reliable pass catcher out of the backfield and holds his own in pass protection. Let's not forget how the Raiders beat the Chiefs at the end of 2023. They barely threw the ball for 3 quarters and still walked away with a win. If Matthew Stafford ends up as their quarterback, things might look different, but the core strategy remains the same: run the ball and dominate on defense. As for the quarterback class this year, opinions are all over the place. Some say ShedeurSanders and CamWard are the only ones worth a first-round pick. But now, suddenly, JacksonDart is creeping into that conversation. With so much uncertainty, one thing is clear: the Raiders need a solid plan, and if they stick to their strengths, they could build something special. That still only accounts for 3 quarterbacks at the top of the draft, but there are other promising names in this class, players who can be developed for the future. One standout is Will Howard. I've said it before, and I'll say it again: I don't understand why Howard isn't being talked about as a first-round pick. He's got the ideal build at 6 feet 4 inches and 235 pounds, a strong arm, and the athleticism to make plays with his legs. Last season at Ohio State, he completed an impressive 73% of his passes, throwing for 4,100 yards, 35 touchdowns, and 10 interceptions. Add to that a national championship and 43 career starts, and you have the resume of a number 1st overall pick. Compare him to Anthony Richardson. Sure, Richardson might be a little faster and have a slightly stronger arm, but Howard's body of work is significantly better. Yet Richardson went number 4th overall, while Howard is projected to go in the 2nd or 3rd round. If that's where teams value him, the Raiders could land an absolute steal and develop him into their quarterback of the future. One thing is clear, the Raiders aren't treating this as a traditional rebuild. They want to win now while also setting themselves up for long-term success. Whether through the draft or key acquisitions, they're making moves to stay competitive both today and in the years to come. The defense is set and ready to win, as long as they can bring most of their key players back. Of course, we all know what Stafford can bring to the table. If the plan falls into place, the Raiders' $100 million in cap space will go towards strengthening both Stafford's position and their defense. From there, the Raiders can focus on bringing in a few key pieces, like a reliable running back and a couple of offensive linemen. With those additions, they'll be all set for a solid offensive and defensive game plan. Stafford won't be lacking in support either. He'll have a generational tight end like Brock Bowers and a deep threat in Trey Tucker. As for Tom, it seems like he's doing a little recruiting of his own. You know, accidentally running into Stafford in Montana. Yeah, we see what's going on there. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.